Preface. Mule ESP is a lightweight Java-based enterprise service bus, ESP, an integration platform that allows developers to connect applications together quickly and easily, enabling them to efficiently exchange data. You can therefore use Mule ESP to allow different applications to communicate with each other via a transit system to carry data between applications within your enterprise or across the Internet. It is also useful if you use more than one type of communication protocol while integrating 3 or more applications, services. Mule ESP Cookbook takes readers through the practical approach of using Mule ESP 3.3. This book solves numerous issues faced by developers working on Mule ESP in real time and provides use cases on how to integrate Mule with other technologies. It also focuses on development and delivery using Mule ESP through integrating, migrating, and upgrading advanced technological tools. This book gives the reader a strong overview of the Mule framework using practical and easy-to-follow examples. It has 3 sections: problems, approaches, and solutions. The key aim of this book is to show you how to allow different applications to communicate with each other by creating a transit system to carry data between applications within your enterprise or across the Internet. Mule ESP enables easy integration of existing systems, regardless of the different technologies that the applications use, including JMS, web services, JDBC, HTTP, and more. Mule ESP Cookbook will teach you everything to communicate between applications that are built on different platforms, as well as how to migrate them into your application across multiple platforms or on the cloud. What this book covers. This book contains recipes related to deployment, scripting, and the API discussing core concepts of standard components, performance tuning, and cloud integration through practical task-oriented recipes. This book will provide you practical knowledge of the Mule ESP architecture and its configuration. Core concepts and components required to understand how Mule ESP works are also explained. Chapter 1, Getting Started with Mule ESP, discusses Mule core concepts and terminology. It also provides an environment setup for Mule ESP and Mule Studio. By the end of this chapter, you will be familiar with Mule IDE integration with Eclipse, and how to create a Hello World project and flow in Mule Studio. At the end of this chapter, you will learn how to configure Mule elements and deploy applications on the Mule server. Chapter 2, Working with Components and Patterns, describes what a component is and its types, such as Echo, Logger, REST, SOAP, HTTP, and Java. You will also know how to configure a component, how to use it in a workflow, and what patterns are in Mule ESP. Chapter 3, Using Message Property, Processors, and Sources, helps you understand what message sources, processors, and properties are. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to use processors in a workflow, and use message processors to control the message flow, and message property scopes. Chapter 4, Endpoints, explains what an endpoint is. Endpoints send and receive data and are responsible for connecting to external resources and delivering messages. The 2 types of endpoints available in Mule Studio are inbound endpoint and outbound endpoint. Inbound endpoint is used for receive messages and outbound endpoint is used for sending messages. Chapter 5, Transformers, explains what a transformer is. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to configure the JSON to object and object to XML transformers and data mapper. Chapter 6, Configuring Filters, explains what a filter is and how to configure the logic filter. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to create a custom filter and configure the message filter. Chapter 7, Handling Exceptions and Testing, explains what an exception is. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to configure the catch exception strategies, rollback exception strategies, and unit testing. Chapter 8, Introducing Web Services, explains what a web service is. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to create a JAX-WS web service and integrate external web services. Chapter 9, Understanding Flows, Routers, and Services, explains what a router is, and how to configure the router and the splitter flow control. Chapter 10, Configuring Cloud Connectors, explains what a cloud connector is and how to integrate Twitter and Dropbox connectors. What you need for this book. You will need the following software to be installed before running the code examples. MuleESP requires JDK 6 or a later version. JDK 6 can be downloaded from the following site, www.oracle.com web link. Mule Studio is a powerful, user-friendly Eclipse-based tool. Mule Studio is an Eclipse-based tool that has three main components: a package tree, a palette, and a canvas. MuleESP easily creates flows and edits and tests them in a few minutes. It is based on drag-and-drop elements and supports two-way editing. Mule Studio can be downloaded from the following site, www.mulesoft.org web link. You will also require PostgreSQL 9.2. PostgreSQL is a web hosting database that is used to store website information such as user information. PostgreSQL is a powerful, open-source object relational database system. It runs on all major operating systems, including Linux, Unix, and Windows. It is fully ACID compliant, and has full support for foreign keys, joins, views, triggers, and stored procedures. PostgreSQL can be downloaded from the following site, www.biostgresql.org web link. You will need Selenium IDE. It is an integrated development environment for Selenium scripts. It is implemented as a Firefox extension and allows you to record, edit, and debug tests. Selenium IDE includes the entire Selenium core, allowing you to easily and quickly record and play back tests in the actual environment that they will run on. Selenium IDE is not only a recording tool, but it is also a complete IDE. You can choose to use its recording capability, or you may edit your scripts by hand. Selenium IDE can be downloaded from the following site, docs.selenium.org web link. Who this book is for. This book provides solutions for developers who are working on MuleESP and for integrators or migrators who are integrating and migrating Mule with other technologies. It focuses on development and delivery using MuleESP through integrating, migrating, and upgrading advanced technological tools. Conventions. In this book, you will find a number of styles of text that distinguish between different kinds of information. Here are some examples of these styles, and an explanation of their meaning. Code words in text are shown as follows: enter the project name, logic filter. A block of code is set as follows. packagecom.org. Public class user. Private string name. Private string name. Public string get name. Return name. Public void set name string name. This dot name equals name. Public string get name. Return name. Public void set name string name. This dot name equals name. Any command line input or output is written as follows. Java jar Selenium server standalone 2.31.0.jar. New terms and important words are shown in bold. Words that you see on the screen, in menus or dialog boxes for example, appear in the text like this. Click on Next and then on Finish. Note. Warnings or important notes appear in a box like this. Tip. Tips and tricks appear like this. Reader feedback. Feedback from our readers is always welcome. Let us know what you think about this book, what you liked or may have disliked. Reader feedback is important for us to develop titles that you really get the most out of. To send us general feedback, simply send an email to feedback@pactpub.com, and mention the book title via the subject of your message. If there is a topic that you have expertise in and you are interested in either writing or contributing to a book, see our author guide on www.pactpub.com web link. Customer support. Now that you are the proud owner of a Pact book, We have a number of things to help you to get the most from your purchase. Downloading the example code. You can download the example code files for all Packt books you have purchased from your account at www.packtpub.com. If you purchased this book elsewhere, you can visit www.packtpub.com web link and register to have the files emailed directly to you. Errata. Although we have taken every care to ensure the accuracy of our content, mistakes do happen. If you find a mistake in one of our books, maybe a mistake in the text or the code, we would be grateful if you would report this to us. By doing so, you can save other readers from frustration and help us improve subsequent versions of this book. If you find any errata, please report them by visiting www.packtpub.com web link, selecting your book, clicking on the errata submission form link, and entering the details of your errata. Once your errata are verified, your submission will be accepted and the errata will be uploaded on our website, or added to any list of existing errata, under the errata section of that title. Any existing errata can be viewed by selecting your title from www.packtpub.com web link. Piracy. Piracy of copyright material on the Internet is an ongoing problem across all media. At Packt, we take the protection of our copyright and licenses very seriously. If you come across any illegal copies of our works, in any form, on the Internet, please provide us with the location address or website name immediately so that we can pursue a remedy. Please contact us at copyright@packtpub.com with a link to the suspected pirated material. We appreciate your help in protecting our authors, and our ability to bring you valuable content. Questions. You can contact us at questions@packtpub.com if you are having a problem with any aspect of the book, and we will do our best to address it.